Mama, welcome to the Mrs. Mummy PhD podcast. I am your host, Dr. Michelle Gibbs, and this podcast exists to help scholarly mamas like you to achieve your life and academic goals without sacrificing what matters most. Here, we're changing the overwhelm, juggle, struggle narrative around what it means to be a mama on an academic journey to one of empowerment, fulfillment, and purposeful success. So how do we successfully navigate these journeys? Well, first, we need the space to embrace this unique blend. Let's begin by saying yes to creating a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside, because that's when we truly become purposefully whole. So get ready for the most non-traditional, unconventional, and revolutionary approach to PhD motherhood, because one thing I have learned over my many years of experience on this journey is that if you want something different, you have to do something different. But you must be brave enough to think differently first. So, Mama, are you in? Fabulous! Let's begin. These are our journeys of becoming. Hey, Mama, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. By the time you're listening to this episode, I will be back from our family holiday. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you, I mentioned that we were going to be having a graduation party, and that happened on our holiday in Barbados, where we took the opportunity to celebrate this wonderful achievement with our family and our friends. It was the most amazing, magical, inspiring, touching, emotional occasion that I have experienced in a very long time. This has been in the planning for months and months and months. We've been planning this. My mom, my mother-in-law, my aunt, my godmother, and myself. We have all been planning all of the things that needed to be put in place for this event. So it was a huge operation, and I am so grateful to have had that experience in the flesh with the people that mean the most to me, my village, my family, my closest friends. It was the most amazing experience. Of course, even those that were not there, my very close friends who live in the UK or elsewhere who couldn't be there, they were still a part of the event. They sent tributes, and those were played as a surprise for me. I knew that they were sending them, but I didn't listen to them until the day of. And so it was so nice to have had them be a part of this experience. And honestly, it just made me so tearful, so emotional about it, because just listening to their reflections of my journey, because they have been through the entire journey with me, right? They've been cheering me on from the sidelines. And so to listen to those tributes and listen to the gravity of this achievement from their perspective and how they perceived my journey, how, what it meant to them, what our friendship meant to them, what our relationship has meant to them, was so incredibly special. And for them to reflect on how much admiration they have for me, how much love they have, how much they really willed me to succeed. And this is the thing, this is why I say it's so important to have people in your corner while you are on this journey who genuinely want you to succeed, who are cheering you on, who are praying for you, who are willing your success. Because when you have that, it just makes the load lighter to carry. We know how hard this journey is. We know how hard it is to juggle this with family life and work responsibilities and other things that are demanding your attention and time and effort and energy. And so to have people in your corner willing to cheer you on, encourage you, help you out where needed, it just makes that load just a little bit lighter. And so when the day arrived, I couldn't it just felt so surreal because we'd been planning for such a long time. I should point out actually that one of the things that was really nice about this is that all of our family from abroad came to Barbados the same time as us. So that was one really special thing as well, because not only did we get to experience this graduation celebration together, but we also were able to do other activities and just spend time outside of that together and create memories. And that was really special. And so they were all there, and we went to the venue the night before to do all the decorating and set up. We set everything up and everything was ready for the next day, for the big day. I'd already ordered the cake, so I needed to collect that on the day of the event, which I did. I didn't want to collect that too early for obvious reasons, and so I collected that on the day of the event. Once the venue was fully set up, we left everything, came back the next day for the event, and everyone was arriving. The event was to start at 3 o'clock. I got there at 3:02, so just 2 minutes behind schedule, but to be honest, it was fine. I just greeted everyone. My husband greeted everyone. They were so excited to see the boys, and the caterers had arrived and set up. So that was all in place, and we began the event. My husband was the MC for the event, and he did a brilliant job in hosting the evening. And let me tell you, not only did he do a brilliant job in hosting, he began with the most amazing speech as well. He shared how rare it is for me as a woman, as a mother, as a Black woman to have achieved this goal. And also, he shared insights into how hard it was. He knows how hard it was for me. Obviously, he's been through it with me. And I say to him, this win, this achievement is for us because we have been through this journey together. He has supported me every single step of the way. And it was my opportunity in my own speech to really thank him, not like I haven't outside of that, but to really thank him publicly for his amazing support as my husband, as my life partner, and just being the rock that he has been for me on this journey. Like I said in my speech, there is no way I could have done it without him. And so I just gave him so much thanks for being a part of this, for being my partner, my life partner, my husband, my just everything to me. So yeah. And so we enjoyed an evening of music, an evening of speeches, and like I said, listening to those tributes. And also the people that were there in the flesh, they also made some amazing tributes to hear my dad and my mom, my grandmother, so many special people to me, to hear them talking about how proud they were of me, my journey from childhood all the way to this point, from people who have literally known me my entire life, from people who raised me, right, and gave me everything that they could over the years, made so many sacrifices in my name. Yeah, it was just amazing to listen to those tributes, to live and be present in that moment. It was the most emotional thing I have experienced in a long time. And it just meant the world to me to really savor the moment. I am a very modest person. I do struggle to talk about my accomplishments and my achievements. And I have been told several times, I need to sell myself more. I need to put myself out there more. And I do struggle with that. So to just listen to all of these amazing tributes, which were all about me, my journey, how I've inspired people, how I have been a glimmer of hope for people, how I have made them so proud. It just was a moment I think I will never forget. And, I am huge on letting people know how much they mean to you right now, don't wait for a funeral or some other sad occasion or someone gets ill or something like that to really share with them how much they mean to you. So this was my opportunity, I guess, to be the recipient of that. But also when I spoke at the end of everyone's speeches and all the tributes and all of that, and after we'd eaten our dinner and everything, I then spoke, and it was my opportunity to really thank my village. I had people there who were friends from secondary school. I had people there who, I had one of my old teachers there from when I was in primary school. I had neighbors I grew up with and helped raise me. I had my family. I had my husband's family. There were just so many special people there that I could not believe that this moment was actually real. And the fact that I just, had to take a moment to remind myself that this was actually really happening. I was actually really in this moment. I was celebrating the end of my PhD, and all of these people had come together to celebrate me. And one of the most special things in all of the speeches was listening to our 3 sons who literally wrote a speech on their own. They did not have any help from me. I had no idea what they were going to say. So I was listening to this for the first time in front of everyone who was there, in front of essentially a room full of family and friends that they don't see very often. And they did present it to their dad beforehand, and he'd made sure that all was okay and it was good to go. And there they were, standing in front of a room full of our guests and presenting this tribute to me. Oh my goodness, it was just the most remarkable thing. And as you can imagine, I'm listening to this, the 3 of them give this speech. Well, the toddler, he had his one little line at the end, and you should see him. He was just there waiting patiently for his turn at the end. But my eldest and our middle son literally delivered the most amazing speech that a mom could ask for. And in that moment, as I'm listening to them and I'm looking at them, and I am just in awe of them, it really reminded me, and as I mentioned in my own speech, of why I kept going on this journey when it was hard, when I wanted to give up, when I had literally planned my exit strategy because I was so tired of my PhD. I found it so hard. I wanted to give up so many times. And the fact that I could be standing there and listening to my 3 sons deliver a tribute to me about how proud they are of me and how much it means to them to see mommy experience this moment, I was totally speechless. And so I want to encourage you with that if you are in a season where it feels impossible, if you are at that point where you think this is not worth it, if you feel like giving up, I just want to encourage you. I want you to know that it is possible to see this journey through. You can get through this PhD if you want to. And of course, if you feel that you have considered your options and the best option for you is to walk away from this PhD, then that's okay too. But just know that it is possible to get through this. With the right approach, the right support in place, this can be your story as well. And so this is not going to be a very long episode. I really just wanted to share with you this remarkable moment, my graduation party / dinner, and to share with you how much this evening meant to me, to listen to all of those tributes, to look around the room and see the most amazing village, and to have a moment where I could give thanks to all these amazing people for all of the support over the years, for being a source of support and strength for me. And that came in so many different ways, more than I can even mention. But I just wanted this to be a moment of celebration. I want to celebrate things more. I don't want to put things off. I want to celebrate everything. And so this was my moment to do that. And I'm just so grateful that I got to live this moment. I am so grateful. I am so sad that our dearest friend who we lost last year, he couldn't be there with us to celebrate. I know he would have done everything to be there in that moment. And it's a sad reflection that he wasn't able to be there. But I know that his heart was always there for me in support and always wanted the best outcome from my PhD journey. And so as I reflect on that PhD graduation party / dinner and all of the gratitude that I feel, I hope it inspires you to keep going. Keep going. You can do this, mama. I know it's hard and I know there are times where you want to give up, but you can get through this. You can do this. And when you do, I want to be right there with you at the finish line to cheer you on because you deserve this moment. So if you want to be a part of an amazing community of scholarly mamas who can cheer you on to the finish line, who can be that village for you, who can inspire you with their stories, with their experiences, you can support each other on this journey. And of course, you can get support from me too. I offer one-on-one coaching via Scholarly Mamas Optimum. So if you're interested, head over to mrsmummyphd.com/coaching. So come join us inside Scholarly Mamas Explore. Cannot wait to see you on the inside. And until next time, mama, remember, these are your journeys of becoming, and I am sending you lots of love and lots of gratitude. Take care. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to the Mrs. Mummy PhD podcast. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and if you did and you want in on this movement, please head over to mrsmummyphd.com or scholarlymamas.com. If you want to do your PhD well without sacrificing yourself or those you love dearest, then you need your hands on my free training called the PhD with Purpose Maminar. When you join us inside Scholarly Mamas Explore, you'll get access to this free training and so much more. Remember, mama, these are our journeys of becoming.